Norway, a podcast by Studio 1430 and Norwegian Dark Arts. Enjoy the cult! Welcome back to the Discover Norway podcast. Today we got the band Haunted by Silhouettes to take over our podcast. Let's see some melodic death metal from Norway and let's get to know these people. Enjoy.
Hello there, we are the band Haunted by Silhouettes from Norway, and we've been kindly asked if we would join in on this podcast and talk a bit about the band and our music. The whole band is sitting here actually around me, and the one that's talking now is Matthias. I'm the vocalist of the band, and the one sitting beside me right now is Stian, the guitarist.
Hello.
Hello Stian, how are you?
Just fine.
Good. We can start the show with a quick summary of the band in general and our journey. Haunted by Silhouettes formed in Trondheim, Norway in the autumn of 2013 by me, Matthias, and Stian, and Fredrik. And we decided from the very start to set the sound as a modern melodic death metal band with modern influences such as SLA Dying, Insomnium, and Heaven Shall Burn. Yeah, and also besides that, the three of us, we had a lot of different tastes in music also, but we were very sure about our direction and what we wanted to make out of the band and what it should sound like from the very start. So eager to write new music, we started writing songs and proceeded to record our first EP, the final Mind Plague, by ourselves. And you want to talk about where we recorded it and stuff like that, Stian?
The EP was written by me and Fredrik Vinje, the first guitarist that I played with in Haunted by Silhouettes back in 2013. We wrote most of the EP in my room, just writing sessions in the weekends. We listen a lot to Heaven Shall Burn, SLA Dying, bands like that. We were into metalcore and started to pick up a lot of melodic death metal bands such as Insomnium and In Flames were a big part of it. So we recorded all the guitars in my room, also the bass. And when we went to do the vocals, we went to a small cabin in the woods in Norway. It was in the middle of the winter, dark outside, cold as shit, and we recorded the vocals there. So when we finished up, we mixed and mastered it ourselves. About 2 months later, we released it on streaming services and YouTube and stuff like that.
I wrote all of the lyrics, and I remember also we have an instrumental there on the first track of the EP, which we actually tried to put lyrics on, but it sucked, so we scrapped it. So just went with the instrumental. Yeah.
So here's a song from the first EP, Heap of Scorn. Yeah, that was Hipposcorn. After Hipposcorn, we decided to complete the lineup of the band because 3 members ain't enough. So we got in touch with a couple of guys. We ended up getting Vidar Settem to play on guitar when Fredrik left. And we got Håvard to play drums. So we started teaching ourselves to play together, to become a band, to become a complete band. But it went slow. And then we got, in the summer of 2015, we got Ola on bass. So when he joined the band, we started practicing to be able to play live. And it took some time, but we eventually got to it.
Yeah, actually from the start, I think everyone was really eager to play live and show the world, show Trondheim, the town, mainly, what we could do.
In November 2016, we played our first concert together. Up until that point, we have practiced a lot to get to a point where we nailed our songs. We have written 4 new songs that eventually became the EP Wrath of Karen. So we played both EPs live. It's the first time we ever played live as a full band. So it was a nice experience. We got good reviews from the people that were in the bar watching the concert. So yeah, we got to a point where we wanted to play more live.
Yeah, and we really got the taste of playing live, and shortly after we got a new offer to play live again in a bar, and that went really well, I think.
Yeah, and shortly after that we played a gig with Endogenic. We were the support band of the Endogenic. And then we started looking out to play more scenes here in Trondheim. So we played a lot of gigs at Good Omens.
Yeah, that's like our bar, where we have played the most times, I guess. And after those, especially after those two first gigs, we started like really pushing it, and we felt that we had the time and opportunity to continue to play live. But also we had in the back of our minds started thinking about the new songs we have been writing.
So we played a couple of more gigs with bands like Artwork of Hate and stuff like that at Good Omens especially. And then we booked studio where we want to record the new EP, the Wrath of Karen EP. So we got in touch with Fredrik Pilvan in Sweden and booked the studio there for November 2016.
Yeah. And how many days? 4 days?
4 days.
4 days.
We recorded 4 days-ish.
4 songs.
4 songs. So it was very intense.
Mm.
So here we can listen to one of the songs of that EP. It's Wrath of Karen.
What
Yeah, that was the song Wrath of Karen, which was recorded in Sweden, a place where most of our inspiration comes from, In Flames, At the Gates, Soilwork, bands like that. The Gothenburg sound is a big part of our inspiration. So the EP was recorded in F-Sharp Studios by Fredrik Pilon and a couple of his associates. We went there 3 days, 4 days,
4 days, yeah.
After a 10-hour car ride, straight in the studio, started recording. And then we recorded all weekend, mostly.
It was really, really fun. And like this was the first time the band was in the studio, and yeah, I really want to do it again. So since the songs we were recording, and they were songs that we have practiced with time so much, I think the guys the guys Fredrik and the studio were quite impressed with us, because we were so tight in a way.
Yeah, all of us practice a lot, so the songs were very tight. All the songs we have are pretty high tempo,
Yeah.
and they're quite technical on every instrument, drums, guitar, vocals, bass, everything. So to be tight, it's quite important. So we started off with I think Number Days was one of the first one we recorded, and that one is pretty tough to play tight because it's quite technical, both on the drums and on the guitars and the bass, of course. So we used some time to get the sound right. We used 5150 old PV, which was used in black metal bands in the 90s to do the leads on the songs, Entombed amongst others.
Death metal bands.
Death metals.
Yeah.
So we got a quite dirty sound out of that one. So yeah, it was pretty fun. They were very nice to us at the studio. Understood we had a limited time frame. So yeah, a couple of months went by and we got the final mixes from the studio. We're pretty pleased with the result, actually, but we don't think we have captured our potential on tape, both on the sound and the writing, the production and all that. We think we have a better result in the band if we push it harder. So yeah, that was pretty much the recording of the EP.
This is Håvard, drummer for Haunted by Silhouettes. After the EP recording and mastering, and we got the results from Sweden, we decided to part ways with our guitarist Vidar, and shortly after, a friend of the band, Per Christian, stepped in, first as a stand-in or session guitarist, and we very quickly become comfortable with having him there, so we let him stay. So now he's part of the band.
He played in a band called Hunting the Hidden, which we played with at the Good Omens in Trondheim, probably 6 or 7 months prior to this. So we knew him. We knew he could alternate pick. Good. So we chose to ask him. Right now we're at a point where we want to play a lot live. We really enjoy it. We make a good band live. We get good reactions in the crowd, so we like to play live. We're also in the process of writing our debut album, which we're gonna record ourselves. Per Christian is pretty good at recording, mixing and stuff, so he's in charge of that. So we have written about 3 songs now.
Pretty much done, but there is some parts where we might have to alter things and change, do new stuff. But most of it is coming in line finally.
Yeah, you could say we want it to be bigger, this time. We have a couple of songs that are more in the direction of Insomnium, quite big, large, heavy. But we also want to stick to the high tempo, frantic music that we mix. It's that direction we like. So 2 of the songs are totally finished. We're writing a couple of other songs that are, pretty Gothenburgy soundy.
Really looking forward to finally making a full album.
So just want to thank everyone for listening. This is the band Haunted by Silhouettes, and this is the song Skadefrid.